Airpeace Onyema, you started the price war. Stop crying about foreign airlines conspiracy. Ope Banwo. Airpeace and Mr. Onyema should grow up and stop whining about the price war they started against foreign airlines. I am all for giving Nigerian airlines a fair chance to compete on the international route against foreign airlines, and I want to first give Honorable Festus Keyamo his full flowers and accolades as Minister of Aviation for working tirelessly to ensure Mr. Onyema and Airpeace got a chance to sit at the table of international flight operators from Nigeria. I especially applaud Honorable Festus Keyamo's personal intervention, despite the fact that Onyema is Igbo, when many love to accuse Asiwaju government of only supporting Yoruba businesses or penalizing Igbo business people. By the testimony of Mr. Onyema himself, Keyamo was hands-on and even traveled abroad with them to help them negotiate, and we thank God that they secured the charter and the Nigerian government also backed them up. Nigerians also have great patriotism and support for Airpeace as they started showing a preference for supporting our own to win over foreign competitors. However, now that the charter has been given, it is time Airpeace buckles up and gets ready to compete in the global marketplace. Someone should send a memo to Mr. Onyema that he is not in Aba anymore. This is big boy jungle now. The whole idea of allowing competition is to ensure prices go down so consumers and travelers can get the best deal as operators for their business with better pricing and services. So why are Airpeace and Philip Onyema crying about a so-called conspiracy by the foreign airlines to lower costs as a way of frustrating him in a price war he actually started? Or did he forget how he introduced himself to the foreign airline businesses? He slashed prices. I recall watching Mr. Onyema sounding so patriotic when he announced that he had reduced the prices of Airpeace flights to London to make them more affordable for Nigerians, and wondered if he ever understood that he just started a price war he may not be able to handle. They ran adverts to social media videos to show that they cared about us and slashed prices to ensure we get better prices than those of the overpriced tickets of other foreign airlines. Now, I am surprised to see Mr. Onyema and Airpeace trying to play the victim card now that the foreign airlines have been responding and slashed their own prices to lower than his, so they too can attract more customers. So why are Onyema and Airpeace crying? It is called a price war and you started it. What exactly was Airpeace expecting? That these much more experienced airlines would just crawl away and die? Or they would just let you take away all the lunch they have been enjoying alone for years without fighting back? Now this is no longer Nigeria, where you and your local operators always increase prices to torment us. You are now competing with the big boys, and it is a dog-eat-dog world out there. You have to learn to adapt to survive, because these international giants will not let you run roughshod over them. It's called an open marketplace. It is called a price war, and it will not end until the race to the bottom is concluded and the consumers get the lowest prices they can. You must compete or perish. That is the rule of the economic jungle. It is always survival of the fittest. Meanwhile, consumers are laughing all the way from Lagos to London because for the first time ever, prices are falling for international flights. Let consumers enjoy that, sir. Improve your services, make your operations more efficient, and maybe customers will stick with you. Why should I pay you 1,200 if your competitor is asking for 1,100? Your threats that if you are unable to compete, Nigeria will lose billions of dollars is just sentimental hogwash from a company that refused to compete effectively on the international level. The goal of every consumer is to pay less for services where possible, and if those airlines are offering $100 less, as you claimed, you have no right to expect those flyers to pay you the higher price because they are fellow citizens. You are not a charitable organization. You keep your profits and spend them on yourself or your family. Why should we suffer to make you richer? The government has also done its part by giving you a seat at the table, and Nigerians have already shown loyalty by packing your flights and giving you preference as their own patriotic gesture. Now you must tighten your belt and make sure you can compete so we customers also can get lower prices. If you think they are pricing below cost, then you too should seek investors with deep pockets who can put in more money in the short term. So who can put in more money in the short term so you too can compete at a loss for a while until you all sort out the price war. You cannot come into the competition undercutting your competitors by charging lower prices, then start crying when they fight back by lowering prices even lower than yours. If you cannot compete on price, then compete on better services. For instance, have a better frequent flyer program that will make people remain loyal to you even at higher prices. I have paid higher prices many times to fly on Delta Airlines for my international trips because they treat me well. The frequent flyer programs work for me, so I don't usually mind that extra $150 or $250 I have had to pay in some cases when the fares are not lowest in route. Do whatever do whatever you have to do to off to competitors, but for God's sake, stop whining and using emotional blackmail on Nigerians. It won't work because at the end of the day, everyone looks out for their own pockets, just like you are doing to look out to make more from your profits. I love you, sir, and wish your airline will survive after going through so much effort to get into the international route. But do not come at us with your emotional blackmail as compatriots. You have your license. Now go and compete while we root for you. This is coming from a man called Ope Banwo, and he believes in marketplace competition. As he quotes, "The economic jungle is survival of the fittest, and that is the Fadeyi way." Well, what are your opinions on this? Make sure to leave them in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on notifications so you can be notified when we upload daily content here on this channel. And don't forget to share this video with your family and friends so that they